Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for another game of the LA Sevens. This one, France versus Fiji. Two sides that are undefeated at this stage of the competition. 2 wins from 2. Now looking to extend that winning streak to the quarterfinals. Looking through at these starting lineups. First of all, for the Fijians, it will be Josefa Talatholo, Filippo Bucchiaro, Jeremiah Matana, Riri Rapati, Puripati Loganamasi, also Napoleone Balatha, and then Josesi Batitarenga, the last man. And at the Fijian starting side for the French, they have gone with Jordan Sefo. Antoine Dupont does get himself a start here for the French. Iragua, Rebage, Grandier, Zedar, and also Pasquet, the last man, and their starting lineup. Now, there is currently a match going on between Great Britain and Canada, and with this game, I believe Great Britain have just about confirmed their spot through to the next stage of the competition, even though they more than likely would be sitting in third in this group due to how well Fiji and France have been able to do throughout their first 2 matches. But seeing as they've been within the 7 points, those are crucial extras they have been able to add. But there are still plenty more games taking place, ladies and gentlemen, today, including the quarterfinals. Oh, bit of a late shot coming in there from one of the Canadians, but that will be the end of that game. Do let me know your score predictions in the comments down below. This one is a tough one to predict, as the Fijians, they come in as slight favourites in this contest, but I don't know necessarily that it will be a very easy day at the office. Hi, Alan Hamish says, Robert, welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing extremely well. Now, I assume you were on the streams earlier on that never started. There is a reason behind it. Pretty much, I set my alarm like I normally would. I wanted to get a little 30-minute nap or so in. And unfortunately, the alarm did not go off. Even though I checked afterwards, it was scheduled to go off at the right time. It just never went. So we ended up sleeping for about 6 hours rather than the 30 minutes. So we actually missed a lot of great action, unfortunately, throughout that time. I'm absolutely gutted about it. But we're here now, and we're ready for another stream of the Sevens. We got 19 points to 14 as a prediction from Nasal. It all good, says Robert. It's just a shame that it was during what was debatably the 3 biggest games of the weekend that the alarm decided it didn't want to go. I mean, don't get me wrong, my phone is very old, but I still thought the alarm would work. Antoine Dupont in the starting lineup. Should be very entertaining to see how he goes. It's actually Balatha as the captain here, even though they have got Talatolo in the starting lineup. He's got 40 career tries and only the 17 tournaments. He's a try-scoring machine. I believe he will be looking to get himself a couple more here as well. A lot of support for the Fijians in LA. Wanting to see them do well here. And so far, they have pretty much 100% confirmed their spot and at the quarterfinals. It's just more of the question of who will they be playing in those quarters. AJ Jacobs, man who will be in charge of this one. Antoine Dupont, of course, has made his way on to the field. The members stepped up. Says Robert, yeah, I did see that some of you guys have been in the chat. I haven't actually read through the messages as of yet, but I did see a few familiar names, and they're all waiting for me to start, and sadly, we just never did. For those ones, I was waiting for my live stream, but it was a good URC game, but it is kicked off now by the Fijians. Nicely taken high from Jordan Sefo. I think for France, what they have been doing so well recently is just staying in possession of the ball. When they have a lot of possession, they score a lot of points. And this game will be no different. Zedar now dragged down. He is still just inside of his own half. Rebage goes across to Iragua. Grandier does run towards the line with Antoine Dupont on his outside. Gets it away to Jordan Sefo. Decided he wanted to have a bit more of a crack at the line. This will actually be the second time that Dupont has gone up against the up against the Fijians. Like Fiji going to win. There's Brandon there. Good low tackle made. Grandier now flying down the wing. He's going to be hard to stop, but nice defense from Filippo Bucchiaro to drag him down. Rebage goes across to Iragua. Go Fiji, says Robert. Zedar moves up to the 22-metre line. Rebage again. Shut down early by Talathola. Iragua not going anywhere at the moment, France, but they are still in possession. Dupont going off to the left-hand side. Going to have the crack himself. Gets it on the outside to Jordan Sefo. And that is the first try of the match for the French. The cricket is interesting. So here's your mum. Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting way for it to finish, mainly because you are going to see, of course, the Kiwis trying to chase down that 270 or so runs. Australia don't need too many wickets, but if it's a good day for batting, it could actually go a little bit deeper in that match than some first did anticipate. But nice bit of work from Jordan Sefo out on the wing. DuPont with the assist. Still looking like the dream team at the moment, but Fiji will be under pressure now. The kick has not gone over, so it does remain as 5 points to 0 for the French. But Fiji yet to actually get their hands on the ball. Of course, as soon as they get their hands on it, normally that is when the tries start flowing for the Fijians. Now, Iragua going to be kicking off this one for the French from left to right. We have still got 3 more Sevens live streams in just this morning session, ladies and gents. The next one being the matchup between Argentina and Ireland. The penalty goes the way of France. Quick tap taken by Iragua. Now goes off to Antoine Dupont again. Hasn't really taken a lot of contact throughout this game. Has been trying to find that next pass instead. Probably a smart plan up against the Flying Fijians. This time he takes contact. Dragged down, finds the offload to Jordan Sefo. Pasquet on across to Iragua again. Running sideways. Looking for that next gap. Gets it out wide to Grandier. Oh, Batitaringa does end up missing the tackle, which left a bit of a gap there. Polioni Balatho waiting for that ball. Doesn't come for him. Herrera makes the tackle, but he has fallen the wrong way, so the penalty advantage is in favour of the French. As they looked across the try line again, it was a little bit of a rough pass there. And we'll go back for the original penalty. They see the 3-on-2 there for the French. Not quite able to get that next pass away. 3.5 minutes gone, and Fiji yet to touch the ball. And that is the best way to shut down a Flying Fijian side. Just give them 0 possession throughout the first half. Antoine Dupont now going to take the quick tap inside Bull de Rebage. And he got it down, or did he? Maybe just held up. They will have to check this one, whether or not there was downwards pressure on the ball. So Hamish says, Jet Lee's welcome in, mate. Hope you're doing extremely well. Yeah, just going to be checking the grounding of this one. And he... Oh, that is brilliant work from the Polioni Balatha. He has got his hand under the ball, which means it's going to be a no try. That's unbelievable defence. But because it's held up, it's still a 5-metre scrum, which means that the pressure is not gone from this French team. Doing great, thank you. Says Jet Lee, so that's very good news. Very close. Napoleon Balatha, I don't even know if he really did it on purpose. I think he was trying to wrap it up, but not quite to the extent of the miraculous try save that he just had for the Fijians. Still 5 metres out for France. They have to make sure that they capitalise on this extra possession, because if they don't, then the Fijians will fight back. Iragua makes the mistake, but there was the penalty for playing the man offside. Antoine Dupont goes off to Sefo again. And they just want to check this. Okay, AJ Jacobs just wants to make sure of the grounding once more here. I thought it looked all right at the time for Jordan Sefo. No, he's thrown it at the line. So because of that, it's going to be no try for France. I'm sorry, but this is all time that France should have been scoring points. And now that they haven't, Fiji get their first opportunity of the game with the ball in hand. It's at a scrum. They're only 5 metres out from their own line. So, of course, a long way to go here. But it's definitely worth a crack. We're there, Morena Hamish. You're looking fresh. Did you get a sleep in? Says Natikau. Very sadly, my alarm did not go off. Originally, the plan was to do the URC, was to do New Zealand versus Samoa, Argentina versus South Africa, as well as Fiji versus Canada. All those games were going to be taking place. I was only going to nap for 30 minutes, and then my phone just didn't do the alarm, which meant that I missed a lot of action, that is for sure. A nice bit of work from Fiji. They've managed to turn that ball over in the breakdown now. Loganamasi passes off to the side back fin there, and a beautiful flick out the back for Balatha. Now Loganamasi accelerates, and Fiji, with their first touch of the day almost, do get themselves the try, and that is the danger of not taking your chances up against this Flying Fijian team. Great offload from Balatha there. And then Loganamasi, anytime he has the ball, you just know he's going through a gap. And that is exactly what he's been able to do here. Let's put that ball down. Beautifully done. The Fijian supporters absolutely loving it. Now 7 points to 5. The Fijians take the lead. Still got 90 seconds remaining. Looks like Loganamasi is actually going to be taken from the field. I don't know whether that is injury-based or whether that is strategy-based for the Fijians. 3 passes, 1 phase, 1 offload, and the Fijians went in for their first try. Whereas France have only had 20 phases. They have just scored the once. Been very close multiple times, but just little problems with getting that ball down. Beautifully claimed by Josefa Talatholo. And now Fiji, 20 metres out from the French line. Balatha slings it out to Batita Ringa, who gets through the tackle attempt of Zadar, but taken down by Pasquet. Hi, says Lyndon. Welcome in, mate. If you are doing well, that is going to be a penalty in favour of the Fijians. Quick tap taken by Balatha, but he wasn't on the mark. That was against number 12, Jordan Sefo, for being offside. 30 seconds remaining though in this first half. The Fijians currently have got the 2-point lead, but I'm sure they'll want to extend it here. They are actually going to take on the scrum, seeing as they weren't in the right place for the quick tap, but we can hear a Fiji chant going around the ground. Seems like they've got more support than France. You're awake, brother. Nice. There's Nars Williams. Yeah, I set my alarm to get a 30-minute nap in before the URC, and then the phone decided it didn't want to let me know when the alarm was going to go off. So I ended up sleeping for a lot longer than anticipated, which was very annoying. But now Fiji, nicely taken by Felipe Saltoranga, who's now just been wrestled to the turf. Back to the left-hand side here. Batita Ringa with another good step. Running backwards, Iragua. Having to try and make the tap. Oh, his ankle almost just went out from underneath him there. Ball stolen by Grandier. France, 30 seconds after the halftime siren, will look to create their next attacking opportunity. Passes out wide to Jordan Sefo. He could have almost had a hat-trick today if it wasn't for the drop ball. Rebage now. One more pass. Goes to Zidar. And don't blame you, man. You deserve a rest for the hours you give us. Says Nars Williams. Yeah, although the 3 biggest games of the weekend I did miss while sleeping, which is pretty brutal. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen again for a very long time. I think the last time it happened was actually about 3 years ago for the top 14. Did you win yesterday? We actually had a bye, but I ended up playing for 2nd grade. But no, we did not win in that match. How'd you guys go in the end? I think you were playing Roncalli. That'll be the knock-on from the Fijians. And that is going to now be halftime. Fiji leading 7 points to 5. And this game is still easily anyone's for the taking. Whoever has the better second half will definitely win this contest. But the next game that we have got, ladies and gentlemen, it is not too far away. Ireland, when they do go head-to-head with the Argentines. I should also mention that there is cricket going on currently. New Zealand are 4 down. Still chasing another 250 or so runs. Yeah, we won. We chased down 159. Nice one. So you guys will definitely be in the semi-finals. I think you guys will be first ranked as well, won't you, Lyndon? For the overall standings. Second half just around the corner. France, to win this game, are $3.10 underdogs now. And I believe that is because of the momentum that we have seen be created for the Fijians. They don't look like they're slowing down. They look like, if anything, they have just now found their stride. The best chance for France is to try and starve the Fijians of the possession of the ball. Because if they aren't able to do that, then Fiji will run away with this game. And yeah, there's Lyndon in there as well. See, we have to win the game next week or else we aren't even in the playoff games for our side. But I don't think I'm going to be playing next week, and neither are a few of our other players. So could be an interesting one. Half time at the moment, 7 points to 5. Like I mentioned, the French, they are considered underdogs in this contest. Reason being, of course, because Fiji, when they start striding, can be extremely dangerous. But Antoine Dupont is on the field. Either way, both of these sides are making their way through to the quarterfinals, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a question of who will have the momentum heading into their quarterfinal, being 3 wins from the 3. But Irigua is getting ready to kick this one off, and he does so. We are now ready for the second 7 minutes of this game. It is kicked off high, just down to the 22. Nicely taken by Batita Renga. Great leg strength shown by Zedar to drive the Fijians back into their own 22. That's going to be an advantage for offside. They are going to go back for the original penalty. Fiji may actually look to slow this one down rather than taking the quick tap that was up against Zedar for being in an offside position. Now Fiji, they are going to be kicking this one for the touchline. Just managed to put the ball into touch as well. Napoleone Balatha. The way that the standings sit, Fiji and Ireland both sitting on 54 points in second equal. The French, they are sitting on 36 points at the moment. Filippo Bucchiaro to throw this one in. It's nicely claimed by Josefa Talatholo. Now Bucchiaro again going back across to this left-hand side. Cut out pass out wide for Rapati Riri. Who's almost gone into touch. Pascal keeps it in the field of play. Gets it back to Rapati Riri. And it's a big mistake for France. Now Felipe Saturanga trying to stop that one. Napoleone Balatha. Sounds like a new penalty advantage. This time for offside again against the French. Bucchiaro puts the offload away to Rapati Riri. And they'll go back for the original penalty again in favour of the Fijians. France offside. Too many times in a row that they are giving away these simple infringements. Could end up heavily costing them this game, but the scrum feed now is in favour of the Flying Fijians. Sounds like a few changes are about to be made as well here for these two sides. Like I mentioned earlier on, the quarterfinals are actually going to be later today. What did you think about the pitch that we played you on? Says Lyndon, it was all right. It seemed like a bit of a danger for the bowlers, to be honest. I think it was more concerning for them than anyone, mainly because, I mean, I talked about it when you were bowling as well, how your foot was just sliding. So if it ends up, well, that's the thing. You guys will have home field advantage, won't you, going forward? So I don't know, are you guys playing there or are you playing at School Park for your upcoming games? Now Filippo Bucchiaro to put that ball in. One thing I'll say, though, it was a much better grass wicket than the one we played on yesterday, because that was just, at times, unplayable. Rapati Riri, well tackled. Ball stolen by France, but they stripped it while the man was on the ground. Too many penalties in a row here. AJ Jacobs almost getting hit with the ball. Rapati Riri goes back across to the left-hand side, and this is using up a lot of time that France can't really afford to keep the ball in the hands of Fiji. They're going through. Dragged down just short, finds the offload up, and Felipe Saturanga scores it for Fiji. And they've got themselves their second of the contest. I think that it's still not quite enough, but they'll want a few more. Rugby Geeks in the chat said, my guy, welcome in, mate. It's been a year at least, maybe even more, but I hope you are keeping well, mate. Hope everything is going well for yourself. Hope you had a good New Year and a Christmas. And probably the one prior to that, maybe, if we haven't talked to you since then. Now, it's going to be the drop kick attempt, and it has gone over from Fiji. A very important kick being converted, making the score 14 points to 5 now in favour of the Flying Fijians. Still 4 minutes remaining. Now, Kulsa has made his way onto the field. He actually had quite the impact last week in Vancouver. Scored himself 2 tries. Now Fiji kicking this one off from left to right. Going high, Steven Perez-Martin has made his way onto the field. I think that might almost be for Antoine Dupont, who they've decided to take off. Wasn't quite doing the job here. But then saying that, like, they've had 3 opportunities that they've put down France. They're currently inside of their 22. Nice offload there, Pauline Riva. Ball on the outside. They've got Steven Perez-Martin there, taking the contact instead. Goes to ground. Fiji have been told no in terms of being able to contest for that ball. And also, at least all good, bro. You're looking trim, my man, says Rugby Geeks. Yeah, what have you been up to? I feel like it's been a long time. Are there any videos that we should be expecting soon? I know that the boys in the Discord still want to see you return at some stage, and even just returning to the Discord. Nice run forward. Nice offload on the inside. Riva. Timot did not look like he was ever going to be passing that ball. Was persisting with keeping it. Pasquet looking for the gap here for the French, and he's showing some good toe, but a loose ball knocked on by France, although it's going to go down yes and yes, says Robert. And there as well, France have got themselves another line out. It looks like they might try and take this one quickly, although the time has been turned off due to substitutes. Oh, 26. That is going to be Rebage now, being taken from the field for France. They are emptying their bench because they just need something to go their way. Currently, the way that the score sits, they are down by 9. I was just trying to see exactly what the odds were. For some reason, Fiji's second try has not registered as of yet, and hopefully it does soon. Steven Perez-Martin trying to chase the second try for the French. Rush defence there. Doesn't work out. Ball on the outside, and the French will score it. Epi has managed to get it. 2 minutes remaining, and the French are back in this contest. Hopefully, at some stage soon. No, it's not going to do it. But pretty much, we are still in that same scenario. No videos. Been super busy parenting. Yes, that takes quite a bit of time. Not that I would know, of course, but I've heard rumours. I thought about jumping in for the World Cup, but couldn't really commit to anything. I keep reading the Discord, but I can never keep up with those 4. They are rapid fire, Rugby Geeks. I know exactly what you're saying. I've tried to join in a few times, and then there's just 150 messages the next time you go on. And they talk about some random stuff, don't they? Oh, a whole heap of players are sleeping, by the looks of it. Looks like that whole group decided to come to the Sevens just to sleep. Oh, Talatholo drops the ball. And it's going to be a push there from Talatholo. So it should be France's ball. Yes, it is. We have the scrum feed. They've got 50 seconds remaining in this contest. In terms of the odds, France are still considered as the underdog in this contest, seeing as they are down by the 4 points. But they would still get a bonus point. Whoever wins this game tops the pool, and the other team will still make it through to the quarterfinals. Fiji would currently be in front. Points differential plus 47 as well. Absolutely brilliant in the pool stage. Riva with a very flat pass. That was close. France with Pasquet. They're going short side. Nothing really doing on this side, or is there? Tell you what, Zedar has tried to keep that ball alive. Fiji get it back with 10 seconds remaining, and they will go back for the knock-on. They are beautifully relentless. I swear, they are on opiums half the time. I would back that, yeah. They mean well, though, of course. They just can really talk. How's it going, Amish? Says Ollie is the best, but the last-minute mistake from France will end up costing them this game. Okay, wait for the ball. I think Fiji will just be feeding this ball in and putting it straight into touch, unless, of course, something goes wrong at scrum time. Scrum is set. Ball has put a massive push, but they will get this ball into... Hang on. Yep, okay. There was a while ago where the rule was you weren't allowed to run the ball into touch. You were allowed to kick it into touch, but you weren't actually allowed to run it. I remember Leroy Carter got in trouble for that for the New Zealanders, but it has now gone out, and Fiji win this game 14 points to 10. Very good performance from them. Now they will move on to the quarterfinals in top rank of their group. Now we eagerly await to find out exactly who they will be taking on. 4 wickets left and needing 241 runs. Not good. Yeah, they're losing some quick fire wickets, New Zealand. They were only 4 down at half time, so just in 7 minutes, they have lost 2 quick fire wickets there. Not actually sure who the top of Pool C will face in the next stage of the competition. I'll have a quick look and see if we can find out. Nah, it just says quarterfinalists will play quarterfinalists. So soon we will know, though, ladies and gents. The next game is South Africa versus Spain. We are not doing that game, but we are doing the game after it, which is taking place between Argentina and Ireland. But thank you all very much. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. It was great to see you all once again. And like I mentioned, about 20 minutes time, we are going to be back for the very next match. But thank you all very much for being here. And I will see you all for the next one.